Now, the last time you were here, Jen, you were very open and honest with us, which I really appreciate. And you were talking about your finances.
Mm-hmm.
And we had discussed the fact, which nobody knew, which no one had really explained it, that you had gone to court and your
Uh-huh.
ex was ordered to pay a certain amount of money, and he did not honor his agreement. He just didn't pay.
Correct.
So you go on with your life and you
Mm-hmm.
lease a house and you're assuming that this guy's going to pay, and then he doesn't pay and puts you in a very uncomfortable, compromising position.
Mm-hmm.
Are I heard you're going back to court now? Is that correct?
We are going back to court, just because it has gone on now for some period of time. My ex did send me an email a few months back saying things had shifted for him in his career. He needed a little bit of time, and I understood that. But there was no communication, right? So then everything's just silent, and then the child support and alimony is not being paid, and so I shared with Katie, I did go to his house, and I just knocked on the door and I said, "Hey, I got to know, are we doing this? Are you doing good? Are we going to be able to resume payment anytime?" And he wasn't happy that I was on his doorstep. He didn't want to even communicate at all, and basically was just kind of like, "Get out of here." And I knew then. I was like, okay, now I've tried. I've literally given it time. I've tried with him. And so I talked to my attorney and we filed the contempt, and then I opened a case with child support services.
I'm so glad you did.
So I remember you telling me that you were awarded a lump sum based on the sale of the house.
Correct.
Did you ever see a dollar of that?
No. Nope.
So wow.
Nope. And I know everybody is going to judge me for saying this. Ryan gets so sideways with me. I do believe my ex-husband is in a very different financial position. I wish he would talk to me about it, because the kids and I, thank you God, we live with Ryan. We have a home. I have a car. I have a job. I
Yes.
can, you know what I mean? So I wish we were not going down this path, but I don't know what else to do.
It's strange that he's not communicating, considering the repercussions of what is happening,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I would imagine if he would communicate with you and say, "Look, I can give you $1,500 this week. I can give you another $1,000 next week.
Perfect.
Like, work out a payment plan.
Perfect.
If you can't give me what I'm owed right now, then let's discuss a payment plan."
Mm-hmm.
That just seems like a mature, responsible way of handling things. I mean, he has 5 children.
We do have 5 kids. I will say, I don't know when it was, there was a box on the porch the other day. It was right before reunion, and I thought it was the jewelry from the boys. And so I grabbed the box, and I wouldn't say I was served, but there was all these documents inside the box. And did I tell you this?
No.
And now he's petitioned for a court date. And so I think this is where he will have the opportunity to bring his income
His
down.
finances.
Yeah. And so it's going to be a drastic change for the kids and I, but we weren't getting it anyway. This is where communication with him and I would have been so helpful. So now it's just ugly, right? Now I have a court date out there. He's now got a court date out there, and it's super unfortunate.